hedge against the volatility and movements of the stock market. So yeah, it was a bit of a strange time after COVID, but there was plenty of, like you said, lots of opportunities for growth, and that went right the way through to the end of 2021, really.
Yeah.
And then we had a
big tank.
Yeah, difficult 18 months to 2 years after that. High inflation, supply chain issues, Russia, Ukraine.
Look at it as well. You've seen like a steady level of growth since, and even in the last year, January, things were growing really well, actually.
Yep.
Then, as you said a few months ago, we had a bit of a pullback. And again now, I'm looking at my accounts and they're actually back to where they was in January times. Some doing better than others.
Yeah.
Bitcoin as well being almost $120,000 today, which is crazy.
Great. Yeah.
Crazy,
yeah. I mean, cryptocurrency is an interesting one, and obviously a lot of people want to know about cryptocurrency because it's it's getting a lot of publicity. It's still unregulated in this country, so as much as I try to keep myself in the loop on it, it's still not something that we can include in client portfolios.
About the ETFs?
Yeah, again, the underlying asset is cryptocurrency, so we can't do that. But there are major
hedge funds that do.
Investment banks and hedge funds that are investing heavily in research teams to build and run these ETFs, or certainly get to grips with the cryptocurrency market in anticipation for regulation or potentially adoption from central governments.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's something that is, I don't think it's going away, and I think it will form part of, the financial landscape for a long time. It feels like it's something that could slot in quite easily to some of the new technologies.
It's good to know, though.
So yeah, I think, certainly not something that I would recommend investing in until there's some regulation. But
are you involved in it yourself?
No, I had a little personal journey with it, and I wouldn't recommend anybody else do this. But I had a little bit of money from a bonus a number of years ago that I thought, I can afford to lose this. So I put a little bit of money into Ethereum.
Okay.
And in my head I had a sell point, which was, I thought, if I could double my money, I can buy myself a new set of golf clubs, and that'll be me and crypto done. And that's exactly what happened. And it only took about maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I had my new irons and still use them now. So yeah, that was my story with crypto. But I haven't done anything with it since. No.
Okay, many years ago, like before Bitcoin is even as popular as it is now, people would be like, "Oh, I've got Bitcoin. You should buy it. You should buy it."
I remember.
Like,
yeah.
How do you do it? They're like, "Oh, you have to get a wallet on your computer." I'm like, "A wallet on your computer?"
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. It's such an oxymoron. It's like, well, yeah.
Just wish someone said, "Hey, do you know what? Let's go to your computer now.
Exactly.
Let's show you how to do it."
Oh, I know.
And then
if
someone did that, I would be a millionaire right now. Do you know what
Billionaire,
I mean? Yeah.
There's some great stuff. Well, not great, horrible for the people, but there's some funny stories of people who've had legacy Bitcoin and then lost their wallet or lost the briefcase where they had their wallet. I don't even know how that even works, but yeah, I did hear a story of somebody that was hired a team to go trudging through landfill to try and find this briefcase.
It's worth it, some people.
Yeah, I don't know if you found it, but it was worth a good many £1 million, and it'd be worth a lot more today.
Yeah,
because this was when Bitcoin was, I don't know, £20,000.
Yeah.
What is it now, did you say?
It was $120,000. I usually trade in dollars when it comes to crypto.
Okay.
Something I've gotten used to because a lot of their platforms was in dollars.
Yeah.
And now there's more UK platforms like Coinbase and Crypto.com, I believe, maybe UK platform. They advertise heavily over here anyway. My brother, he actually bought quite a few Ethereum when there was about, I think, 80 quid max.
Okay.
I'm sure they're in the $3,000 plus region today. So
it's not a bad return.
Yeah, it's not a bad return at all, And he was just just seeing the market, seeing what it would do, buying it at £80, you know, a little investment. But he looks back now, wishing he put in some more.
Yeah, it touched on it there around the sort of the heavy marketing, and that does worry me slightly, and it creates many problems, particularly with the sort of alternative coin space, because there is no regulation on how these can be marketed, and the risks are not highlighted.
Yeah.
And these alternative coins, you know, you see it all the time. They might be being promoted by some celebrity who's involved from the beginning of creating these coins, and they hold the vast majority of them. They pump up the price and then dump it, and then all these people that have put their money into it are just left with something that's completely worthless. It has no tangible value whatsoever.
No intrinsic value.
No, and people keep falling for it, and that's because there's, you know, a lot of money being invested into how these things are marketed through social media. It's very clever, but it's a scam a lot of the time. So that gives, you know, cryptocurrency, I think, will go to another level once there's regulation, because that sort of thing will be policed far better.
Yes.
And then you know, the negative connotations around cryptocurrency hopefully can be debunked a little bit.
When you say alternative coins, you mean things like the meme coins, things like Elon Musk was promoting Dogecoin.
Yeah, all those sorts of things.
Trump came into presidency again. He had Trump coin, which went crazy.
Yeah. I heard stories around, you know, people like who is that girl who went viral for a little while? The Pookie girl.
I'm not too sure.
She's got a podcast now, and people like Logan Paul, they've all got involved in this sort of stuff, and they've all got in trouble for doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, there's an end customer at the end of that who's lost a lot of money.
Definitely.
So
they always have a lot of holdings. So as soon as they put that sort of news out and they show that coin, literally within the next few days, usually that price just keeps going up and up and up. They sell, then it all starts to just. They've
figured out a way just to literally get people to give them money.
Yeah, and it's normally the uneducated who come in and they buy the top price. Right? Yeah, and it's so crazy. Like one day the coin could be worth 0.5 cent, then a few days later the coin is worth 10 cents.
Yeah,
and people have come in even though they may know it was worth 0.5 cent a few days ago.
Yeah,
or they just don't care. They're just FOMO, fear of missing out, trying to get some money.
And that's what a lot of the marketing is around. Yeah. You know, do it now. You know, this is the price of this at this time. This is what it could be worth in this short space of time. But you touched on it there. You mentioned it's the uneducated. It goes back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
That is the vast majority of people when it comes to finance.
100%.
So, you know, that's a big market.
Okay, before we move on from crypto, when do you think it will be regulated?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see a way that the central governments